Welcome to this reading of the second chapter of At Your Command by Neville Goddard. My name is Joanna, and I will be reading for you today. Chapter 2. The story of creation is given us in digest form in the first chapter of John. In the beginning was the Word. Now this very second is the beginning spoken of. In the beginning of an urge, a desire. The Word is the desire swimming around in your consciousness, seeking embodiment. The urge of itself has no reality, for I am, or the awareness of being, is the only reality. Things live only as long as I am aware of being them. So to realize one's desire, the second line of this first verse of John must be applied. That is, and the Word was with God. The word or desire must be fixed or united with consciousness to give it reality. The awareness becomes aware of being the thing desired, thereby nailing itself upon the form or conception, giving life unto its conception, or resurrecting that which heretofore a dead or unfulfilled desire. Two shall agree as touching anything, and shall it be established on earth. This agreement is never made between two persons. It is between the awareness and the thing desired. You are now conscious of being, so you are actually saying to yourself without using words, I am. Now, if it is a state of health which you are desirous of attaining, before you have any evidence of health in your world, you begin to feel yourself to be healthy. The very second the feeling I am healthy is attained, the two are agreed. That is, I am and health have agreed to be one, and this agreement ever results in the birth of a child, which is a thing agreed upon, in this case health. And because I made the agreement, I expressed the thing agreed. So you can see why Moses said, I am hath sent me. For what thing other than I am could send you into expression? None. For I am the way, beside me there is no other. If you take the wings of the morning and fly into the uttermost parts of the world, or if you take your bed into hell, you will still be aware of being. You are ever sent into expression by your awareness, and your expression is ever that which you are aware of being. Again, Moses said, I am that I am. Now here is something to always bear in mind. You cannot put new wine into old bottles, or new patches upon old garments. That is, you cannot take with you into the new consciousness any part of the old man. All of your present beliefs, fears, and limitations are weights that bind you to your present level of consciousness. If you would transcend this level, you must leave behind all that is now your present self, or conception of yourself. To do this, you take your attention away from all that is now your problem or limitation and dwell upon just being. That is, you say silently, but feeling to yourself, I am. Do not condition this awareness as yet. Just declare yourself to be, and continue to do so until you are lost in the feeling of just being. Faceless and formless. When this expansion of consciousness is attained, then within this formless deep of yourself, give form to the new conception by feeling yourself to be that which you desire to be. You will find within this deep of yourself all things to be divinely possible. Everything in the world which you can conceive of being is to you. Within this present formless awareness, a most natural attainment. The invitation given in the scriptures is to be absent from the body and be present with the Lord. The body being your former conception of yourself, and the Lord your awareness of being. This is what is meant when Jesus said to Nicodemus, Ye must be born again, for except ye be born again, ye cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. That is, except you leave behind you your present conception of yourself and assume the nature of the new birth, you will continue to outpicture your present limitations. The only way to change your expression of life is to change your consciousness, for consciousness is the reality that eternally solidifies itself in the things round about you. Man's world in its very detail is his consciousness outpictured. You can no more change your environment or world by destroying things than you can your reflection by destroying the mirror. Your environment and all within it reflects that which you are in consciousness. As long as you continue to be that in your consciousness, so long will you continue to outpicture it in your world. Knowing this, begin to revalue yourself. Man has placed too little value upon himself. In the book of Numbers you will read, "In that day there were giants in the land, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and we were in their sight as grasshoppers." This does not mean a time in the dim past when man had the stature of giants. Today is the day, the eternal now, when conditions around you have attained the appearance of giants, such as unemployed, the army of your enemy, your problems, and all things that seem to threaten you. Those are the giants that make you feel yourself to be a grasshopper. But you are told you were first in your own sight a grasshopper, and because of this you were to the giants a grasshopper. In other words, you can only be to others what you are first to yourself. Therefore, to revalue yourself and begin to feel yourself to be the giant, the center of power, is to dwarf these former giants and make of them grasshoppers. All the inhabitants of the earth are as nothing, and he doeth according to his will in the armies of heaven and among all the inhabitants of the earth. And none can stay his hand or say unto him, What doest thou? This being spoken of is not the orthodox God sitting in space, but the one and only God, the everlasting Father, your awareness of being. So awake to the power that you are not as man, but as your true self, a faceless, formless awareness, and free yourself from your self-imposed prison. I am the good shepherd and know my sheep, and am known of mine. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they will follow me. Awareness is the good shepherd. What I am aware of being is the sheep that follow me. So good a shepherd is your awareness that it has never lost one of the sheep that you are aware of being. I am a voice calling in the wilderness of human confusion for such as I am aware of being. And never shall come a time when that which I am convinced I am shall fail to find me. I am is an open door for all that I am to enter. Your awareness of being is Lord and Shepherd of your life. So the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, is seen in its true light, now to be your consciousness. You could never be in want of proof or lack of evidence of that which you are aware of being. This being true, why not become aware of being great, God-loving, wealthy, healthy, and all attributes that you admire? It is just as easy to possess the consciousness of these qualities as it is to possess their opposites, for you have not your present consciousness because of your world. On the contrary, your world is what it is because of your present consciousness. Simple, is it not? Too simple, in fact, for the wisdom of man that tries to complicate everything. Paul said of this principle, "It is to the Greeks, or wisdom of this world, foolishness, and to the Jews, or those who look for signs, a stumbling block." With the result that man continues to walk in darkness rather than to awaken to the being that he is. Man has so long worshipped the images of his own making that at first he finds this revelation blasphemous, since it spells death to all his previous beliefs in a God apart from himself. This revelation will bring the knowledge that I and my Father are one, but my Father is greater than I. You are one with your present conception of yourself. but you are greater than that which you are at present aware of being. Before a man can attempt to transform his world, he must first lay the foundation, I am the Lord. That is, man's awareness, his consciousness of being is God. Until this is firmly established, so that no suggestion or argument put forward by others can shake it, he will find himself returning to the slavery of his former beliefs. If ye believe not that I am he, ye shall die in your sins. That is, you shall continue to be confused and thwarted until you find the cause of your confusion. When you have lifted up the Son of Man, then ye shall know that I am he. That is, that I, John Smith, do nothing of myself, but my Father, or the state of consciousness, which I am now one with, does the works. When this is realized, every urge and desire that springs within you shall find expression in your world. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come in to him and sup with him, and he with me. The I knocking at the door is the urge. The door is your consciousness. To open the door is to become one with that which is knocking by feeling oneself to be the thing desired. To feel one's desire as impossible is to shut the door or deny this urge expression. To rise in consciousness to the naturalness of the thing felt is to swing wide the door and invite this one into embodiment. That is why it is constantly recorded that Jesus left the world of manifestation and ascended unto his Father. Jesus, as you and I, found all things impossible to Jesus as man, but having discovered his Father to be the state of consciousness of the thing desired, he but left behind him the Jesus consciousness, and rose in consciousness to the state desired, and stood upon it until he became one with it. As he made himself one with that, he became that in expression. This is Jesus' simple message to man. Men are but garments that the impersonal being I am, the presence that men call God, dwells in. Each garment has certain limitations. In order to transcend these limitations and give expression to that which as man John Smith you find yourself incapable of doing, you take your attention away from your present limitations or John Smith conception of yourself and merge yourself in feeling of being that which you desire. End of Chapter 2. Thank you for listening to this reading of the second chapter of At Your Command by Neville Goddard. Comment below and let me know, what is your biggest takeaway from this reading? If you like this video, found it helpful or valuable in any way, hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell notification icon to get notified every time I upload a new video. Because this year I am committed to helping you gain mastery over your mind and emotions. See you in the next video. Bye.